the laws in California about divorce entice people to do the wrong thing and entice them to be bad and immoral and abuse the system.
What is the wrong thing? What is the abuse?
Well, if you say, look, I'll give you an example. Child support. So they go, look, here are the laws in California for child support. You have to pay some exorbitant amount for child support. You know, in my case, I don't know, it was like $19,000 a month. Like my fucking mom ever spent $19 my entire life. You know, sitting there watching Roots, eating Pop-Tarts.
That's a lot of Fruity Pebbles.
Black and white, Zenith TV. Like, so first off, the fact that it takes 19 grand a month to raise kids is insane. There should be just a set amount. You know, it's 3 grand, it's 2,500.
It's only because you're rich.
Right. It's only because I'm rich. That's fine. But you pay $19,000 a month for child support, right? And then what happens is one of the kids wants to fly out and look at colleges in Arizona or Seattle or something like that. And they go, who's paying for the tickets? And you go, well, take it out of the 19. And they go, no, that's not covered by the 19. And you go, I don't get it. It's child support.
What is covered by the 19? I mean,
like dental.
Every month?
It's literally...
Every month you have dental?
No, what I'm saying is you go, oh, your daughter wants to go to a prom and she wants to buy a prom dress. So we're going to split the price of the prom dress? And you go, no, take it out of the 19. They go, that's not covered by the 19.
I'm asking what is?
I give food, shelter.
I don't think I spend $19,000 on food.
That's the whole point. Well, you're on Ozempic, so
no, I'm not.
Well, that's what I heard, Bill. You're pretty high. The point is,
I'm pretty high. All right, that's undeniable.
All right. The point is, I'm talking about the system, right? All right. So what's left over on the after the month with the 19 goes into your ex-wife's pocket or the other person's pocket. So we created a system where I pay in 19, it doesn't cover the prom dress or the flight to Arizona to look at colleges. And if there's anything left over at the end, I don't get it back. It goes to your ex-wife. That's a fucked up system that's incentivizing them to spend less on the kids because it goes into their pocket. So California has tons of fucking rules that incentivize women to be immoral and do the wrong thing morally. Now you go to Minnesota and Somalis. There's a whole bunch of systems that go, look, how's your kid doing? He's fine. Do you think he's on the spectrum? I don't know. Sometimes he closes his eyes when I talk. That's good. He can get $2,400 a month. And you go, what? Because he closes his eyes? Believe me, he's on the spectrum. Now go get your $2,400 a month. We incentivize people to do the wrong fucking thing in this country. And this country is not filled with bad people and it's not filled with criminals. It's filled with weak people who will do whatever they need to do. I tell people all the time, almost everyone I know, if they find a wallet on the ground and it's got an ID in it and it's got cash in it and it's got the guy's kids' pictures in it, they will return it. They'll do the right thing. If you find cash on the ground, you take it, you put it in your pocket, and you keep walking. You don't turn it into the lost and found. You can't leave cash on the fucking ground. That's what we're doing with all these centers and kids' lunches and kids' first step forward and all these. Of course, there's $24 billion out the window with homelessness. We've incentivized people to do all these NGOs and nonprofits and groups that are advocates for. They're going to do this because they're human. And they're going to do the wrong thing just like people do in divorce.
And it starts with the stupid idea, again, the left going way too far, missing their stop on the subway and falling asleep on the train and waking up in Canarsie with the idea that we need to normalize homelessness, defend it. Yeah. Defend it like it's a marginalized group.
They're unhoused. There are unhoused neighbors.
They are unhoused, and we should do something about it. But the answer among liberals used to be get them under a roof, whatever it takes, as opposed to what the woke say, which is like, how dare you disturb this protected...
They're like majestic creatures in the wild. They're
That's what
like
I'm
panda
saying.
bears or
Yeah,
something. Just stand back. Give them some bamboo. Let them breathe. Well, here's a point that I said on the first day when the fires hit in Malibu. I lived in Malibu. I live in Malibu, but I was evacuated, and I went to a hotel room.
This is the one a year ago, the fire, the big fire.
This is the big fire. Yes.
Do you know that
it's
I
the
was-
one that took down Chicago in 1911.
Do you know that I was taping here with Matt Gates, who came up from San Diego, drove through a fire to get here, and we taped right until they told us to evacuate.
Really? Here?
And he was charging his car in my garage. And the second, we taped right up into the moment they said, you have to go now.
Matt Gates drives an electric car.
Yes.
That's the news.
And drives through a fire to keep an appointment. I got to give him that.
Well, I was evacuated from Malibu, and I ended up in a hotel room. And
Where?
In Burbank, California. And I
Beautiful downtown Burbank.
me and Johnny Carson's ghost were in this hotel in Burbank. And I did my podcast from that hotel room because my studio was powerless because the winds had taken out the power lines and I had no power, but I was able to do it. And I said that morning after the fire, I said, look, first off, no permits. You guys think you're coming back with permits. You're not coming back with permits. You're not getting any permits. That's the way this city rolls. I was a contractor. You guys don't know it, but there's no permits, which I want to talk to you about. But I said at the time, I said, look, there's 5,000 people that are unhoused overnight. Overnight. There's the entire population of Malibu, the Palisades, Altadena. We're talking about 5,000 structures. We're talking about...
Some of them tragically did not even have second homes.
I know some of the folks had to go all the way to Aspen to their third home.
Sad.
Oh, guys had to hang out with Costner.
There's nothing sadder than the second homeless.
There are second homes. But I said, but Altadena is working class and
totally
sort of real.
Oh,
Altadena,
absolutely.
It's not Pasadena, and it's not Palisades, and it's not Malibu.
Even people in the Pacific Palisades.
Palisades, for sure.
And some of those people
people
bought the houses in 1950.
They're school teachers that lived
exactly.
there. Right,
and they got in before it was the...
They bought a house in the Palisades for $49,000
way back
in
when.
1963.
Exactly.
And the guy was a school teacher, and his wife was a secretary.
So it's not all people who...
No.
Right. It's not all Tom Hanks.
But here's the point. The point is, the fires hit last night. These people were unhoused, and they were literally homeless because their house was burned to the ground. How many of them are sleeping on the sidewalks this morning? And the answer is zero. Nobody who is literally unhoused is unhoused. So what happened? Well, they have a network. They're not fentanyl addicts. They didn't run afoul of everybody in their family and everyone in their world. When I was homeless, Dr. Drew, Jimmy Kimmel, my network reached out to me and said, do you want to stay in my guest house? Do you want to flop on my sofa? I have a credit card. I could stay at a hotel. I have a network. I built a base.
Yes.
It's not like the home was the reason I wasn't homeless. I have a base. Everyone is homeless overnight. No one slept on the sidewalk. So it's not the homes. It's something else. It's mental.